What's up, YouTube fam? It's your favorite girl, Jay Shara, coming back to you with yet another reaction video. Today's video that I'm going to be reacting to, it's a crack addict interview. Honestly, I have not chosen which one I wanted to react to because there's so many, and I'm just so, I don't want to use the word fascinated, but more so interested in these interviews, because if you know me, on a serious note, not want to joke around this subject, but on a serious note, crack addicts are extremely interesting to me. I talk about them probably more than the average human. The video that I'm going to watch today will be indeed by Soft White Underbelly. So he noticed, my friend in the past was like, you watch a lot of these videos. And I think the reason why it's so interesting to me is because it's not as straightforward as it seems. Like, a lot of people would say like, oh, if you're a crackhead or a crack addict, excuse me, you just make poor decisions, you're dumb, or I don't know. But a lot of these people, they weren't given the many opportunities that the average person may have, like since birth. Like, their parents may have been, you know, addicted to drugs, or, you know, they may have been born in like a low income family household, or had like people molesting them as a child. Like, it's just so many different factors that could possibly go in these people's life stories. Sometimes I do have pity on them and I watch it and I'm like, oh my God, like this is so sad. But it's more so like me getting the information, and then after watching it, like I just realized, I don't want this to come off wrong, but after watching it, I realized like, oh my God, my problems, they are my problems, but they're so minuscule to the situations of these people. And it just makes me grateful in the end, but at the same time, it's shedding a light on what other people go through. So anyway, before I get into this video, I believe I'm going to watch Crack Addict You're Real video. I'm gonna watch that one. I don't know, like what I'm feeling right now, if you can see, I'm like twitchy. I don't know if I want to watch this one. I don't know why, but let me try to find a different one. Give me a second. Something about this one is telling me to watch it. We're gonna watch Amber. Yeah, we're just gonna get into it. Before I hit play, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, and follow your favorite girl on Instagram at Jayshara with an H at the end. Let's get into it.
All right, Amber.
Hi.
Amber, where are you from?
I'm from Sacramento, California.
Sacramento. And tell me about your family. You had both your parents growing up?
No, I grew up with my grandparents. I was raised by my grandmother, my auntie, and my uncle.
Where was mom and dad?
My mom, she grew up on the streets. She got into drugs at like the age of 9. Wow. I guess the first time and she hasn't been right since, and I'm surprised she had kids, but
9.
She had us, and then my grandma raised us, and my mom, she's been, you know, on the streets. Still on the streets to this day.
And dad?
I really don't know too much of my dad. I mean, I know of his family, but himself, I don't know too much. I just know he was a drug addict like my mom.
Oh, really?
Grew up on the streets. Yeah.
So you left home your grandparents you were staying with? And you left them at what point?
I was like 13 when I started running in and out of homes.
What?
Started living with my grandma when I was like 4, maybe.
13.
I think that's what my sister told me.
Moving out.
And you started at what age working the streets?
13.
Woo!
13. So what kind of money will you make in a night doing this, or in a day?
What's up with the music?
A whole day and night, at least $1,200.
Wow.
That's just walking.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't enjoy it, but I just, you know.
Yeah, of course. You
fell
don't.
into it.
Yeah, yeah.
Was 13, walking through the mall, being fast, met a guy. He took my virginity and told me, look, you're gonna get on this corner and you're gonna bust this date. And you're gonna tell him this. And
What?
I don't know.
And you just went.
I didn't like the fact that what I had to do for it, but I don't know. As I grew older and prone to like every day waking up, I have to do this. I have to make this money. I have to get this guy. It just got stuck into my program. Like,
How old are you now?
So was he functioning as a pimp for you?
Yeah,
And did you,
Basically.
how much of the money did you give him?
all of it.
All of it.
As a pimp, you can't get half. You give them all.
Yeah.
So I
So
didn't
how
like
are
that
you
either.
surviving?
It's like, this is my body. I'm doing this. You know. Like why do I gotta, you know?
So would he kill her if she was just like...
But I was young and I was being fast and I didn't know what I was getting in myself into. And then when I got into it, then I just got stuck.
Mm.
Have you been arrested for this?
Plenty of time.
One time.
Wow.
Plenty of time.
I'm sorry?
Millions of times.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I actually just got out of jail from out here on Figueroa, undercovers. I'm fighting a prostitution case with them. They got me on probation. It's just ridiculous.
And do you have children of your own?
I do. I have a 6-year-old.
6-year-old? And who's raising him? Or her?
Your
It's a
grandma?
her.
Her, sorry.
No, you're fine.
I don't know how I assumed that.
My grandma is raising her. Kind of lost her, but
That's so
I'm trying to get her
sad.
back. And
The grandma trying to raise the mom,
Yeah, like,
then
I
her,
wanna start
now the
crying.
great grandkid. That's crazy.
you know, she's everything to me, so I'm trying my best to get her
get
back.
it
But
right.
I know, like, me being in this life, it's just not going to be as easy as a person working a job and, you know, doing what they have to do to get their kid, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I'm just working on the streets, praying that she's going to come to me. That's not going to
So,
work
like, do you
that.
ever try to get a job? Like,
I had a choice to go homeless or to provide for my family. And I chose to provide for my family. And sometimes you gotta make sacrifices in this world.
yeah.
As human beings, we gotta sacrifice ourselves or something so we can survive.
Yeah.
So have you had some bad experiences with guys you picked up?
I'm not gonna lie, and it's crazy you asked me. 2 nights ago,
I thought she
I
was
was
pregnant.
sitting on 80th at Figueroa, and I got in a car with a guy, Mexican. He was cool. He didn't do nothing to me. We parked. Some random kid from out here got in his car and took my money. He forced me to do stuff that I didn't want to do.
What?
And he started calling me dirty, like I was a dirty prostitute. He started trying to make me feel bad and lower of a woman than what I was. And it's already bad enough that being in this life and doing what I'm doing, you don't feel as much of a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta make yourself. You gotta put in your head like I'm still beautiful. I'm still a woman. You gotta tell yourself, because every day like you're going to meet different men. You're having sex with dirty men. Like, you know, you feel less. You're already giving yourself up. So it's like when he came in there and did that and just like took my whole dignity from me.
Yeah.
And it literally happened 2 nights ago. So I don't know why I'm still back out here, and yet I'm still back out here.
Do you get depressed sometimes with this life?
I do, a lot. I find myself sitting in my hotel rooms crying
That's so
to
sad.
myself because my baby. Because I call her and she's like, Mommy, just come home. And I can't. I'm stuck, you know? And like, you know, it's not like I want to. It's like literally I'm like controlled, you know? So I'm like in this like, I don't know, I feel like it's the game controlling me to keep doing it. I don't feel like it's me or nobody else but the game and the money. You know, I want to get out, but I'm 21. I feel like it's too late.
21.
Did you finish high school?
No.
I was pregnant at 14. So, and I was hoeing at 13. So, I was like ditching school just to go home. I would lie to my grandparents. Okay, I'm going to school. No, I'm find myself on a track somewhere.
13.
Making some money.
Yeah. Do you know who the father of your child is?
The father of my child, he's not around, but yeah, I do know
You do?
who he is. He kind of disappeared because as I grew up and I realized in this game I don't need a pimp. You know, you don't need a pimp. They will lie to you and say, but that's because they want your money to take them to their family.
Yeah.
You know, and I grew up realizing that. And now my baby daddy was like, okay, well, you don't
So
want
is
to
it the
pay
guy
me,
she
you
met
wanna
in the
act
mall?
funny and keep your own money, so bye. you know. But I have a daughter now, so I don't feel like, you know, and I'm just like one of those females. I'm not gonna pay nobody no more. I've been controlled. I've been under guys, you know, like I can't. So my baby daddy was just like, fuck you, fuck the baby. Okay, so
I
fuck you too.
can't
Bye.
imagine
You know?
having a child and just
you're currently working without a pimp?
not wanting to see them,
Right now, honestly,
not
I have a boyfriend.
being in their life.
And I give him half my cut. But he's not like a pimp. So he doesn't take my full cut. He don't control me when I go out there. He don't, you know. I do have a boyfriend. I'm not gonna lie. I have a boyfriend, but I don't have a pimp.
When you were a young girl, did you have like dreams of a different life than this?
I always dreamed of being like a real estate agent, you know, or a flight attendant, somewhere higher class, like cute, professional. You know, I'm a white girl. Like I grew up with blonde hair. I feel like I should have been behind the desk. That's how I feel. And like I should be on the plane being a flight attendant. I should be flipping houses. You know, I have a good mouthpiece. You know, I could be a lawyer. Like I really wanted to be a real estate, honestly.
It's sad how many young women end up working the streets. I mean, like if you see it where you're at, they're all over.
I know a couple of girls out here that are younger than me. I'm talking like 16, 15, 17.
Wow.
And I preach them like, get out. It's not what girls, it's not made for everybody.
No.
It's not.
It's
This
not made
game
for
is not made
anybody.
everybody. You gotta be a strong woman to survive this, because I've been pistol whipped, I've been shot at, I've been raped, I've been kidnapped through this whole life game.
How do you think this life has changed you? You've been doing it for quite a while.
I mean, she didn't even get to
Honestly,
develop.
as a person,
Like-
it made me strong. Because if I never experienced the things that I experienced is going through this life, I probably wouldn't be as strong as I am today. They
I don't
made me
know.
a strong woman.
I don't
because I
know.
can still wake up and tell myself, okay, you got this. You're still a good mother. You're still a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
You got this.
That
you know?
takes bravery.
What do you think about your upbringing, your childhood? What do you think if something was different might have led you down a very different path than this?
Maybe a mom and a dad that wasn't on drugs, that had 2 normal jobs, you know, was
Yeah.
willing to raise kids on a normal household and just not like, you know, on drugs.
Yeah,
I think that probably would have
that's a big one.
stirred me to the right path, because there have been times where I had to go on the corner to get rent money. My mom blew it all on drugs. And I have 2 sisters. Somebody has to feed them. I had to be the one. Somebody had to be.
So you were kind of taking care of your sisters as well?
I thought she was with her
And
grandma.
where are your sisters today?
They're all in Sacramento. They got jobs now. They're doing their thing. They're
So
doing
a little different path than you.
good. Way better path than me.
Yeah.
Do you
Way
talk to
better.
them? Like,
But that's
do they
what I
try to
raised them
help?
do. You know, I didn't want them to have to suffer like me. You know, it's not okay to be out here. It's not. It's scary.
She seems like a good person,
Any
though.
working female would tell you it's scary to be outside. Jumping
Yeah.
in different cars, not knowing when you're coming home, you know?
Yeah.
It's scary.
And you're using drugs at all?
I do ecstasy. I take ecstasy every day or every other day to keep going, because I work all day and I work all night. So I need something to keep me up, active. Otherwise, I just be like, I can't work, I'm tired. And then I don't have no money. I gotta pay for hotel rooms every day. I don't have my own place, so
So you'll travel around from city to city?
yeah, all cities, all through California. From Sacramento, all the way from here to LA, to Bakersfield, to
Wow.
everywhere. Pretty much.
Wow.
All right. Well, Amber, thank you so much for talking to me,
No problem.
and good luck with your future. I hope you get that together with your kid.
Yeah, thank you. I really do too. That's like the biggest goal in life. I appreciate it.
I hope she gets herself
Yeah, she
together,
needs it.
too.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm very hesitant on what I'm gonna say. because I just have so much to say about that. So Amber was a prostitute since age 13. She's what? I think they said now 21. And he asked her how this changed her. Like, of course, there were major changes. I mean, obviously, she had some type of personality, some type of sense of who she was by 13. But at the same time, you're still growing. And physically, you're still developing. So I'm like, once you start taking drugs, being raped, having sex, all these crazy experiences happening to you, I just feel like, yeah, she's a very strong person. I don't want to knock her for saying that. But a part of me wants to ask the question is, I don't know how I want to ask this question, but like, has the things she been through been dealt with? Yeah, she's a strong person, but at the same time, how much of her experiences are deeply rooted into her soul? Like, looking at her in that video, and obviously I'm no therapist, I'm no healer or anything like that. These are just simply my observations. Like, her tone, like, just the expression of her face was very dark. And I mean, a lot of people may say, well, that's obvious, she's a prostitute, she's been through so much. But I don't know, a part of me just wish like I can help in some way. And I know there's millions of people who have these experiences around the world, but just to put a face to crackhead or prostitute, like usually we'll see it in a movie or we'll hear about it. However, we don't have that firsthand knowledge. Like Soft White Underbelly, he gives us those faces and pictures to, you know, those titles like prostitute, addict, and things like that. It's crazy that people are going through those situations, and it's so far-fetched and bizarre from my world. Like, when I think I have it bad and there's people out here who have to walk the streets for a living, or people who are being pistol whipped and have to do ecstasy every day just to provide for their, like, what kind of world do we live in? It blows my mind. Crazy. I feel so bad for her and for people like that. And a lot of people will say, well, it's easy to get yourself out of that situation, but when you have continuous money coming in, she's a slave to that money. Like, I don't know, I don't want to overstep and, you know, try to say what she can and can't do, because obviously I'm not in her shoes. I'm just here to observe and give, you know, the little opinion that I do have. So if you enjoyed that reaction, don't hesitate to give me a beautiful thumbs up. If you have any other videos like so that I absolutely must see, don't hesitate to leave that down in the comment section, and I'll try to get back to everyone ASAP. Other than that, hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, and follow your favorite girl on Instagram at JShara with an H at the end. You all know that I love you. You love yourself 10 times more. Have a beautiful day or night in this amazing world. Ciao.